am here today in support of the Senate Bill 2302. I am in support of this bill because I believe that my community is being unfairly treated.
I am here to support Senate Bill 2302.
I attend Kabako Okinawa Public Charter School located in Nanakuli, and I'm in the 8th grade. I'm here today to support Bill 2302 and ask that you do the same. This in no way means that I approve of Waianae landfill being my neighbor. It means that they have to be my neighbor because our lawmakers say so. Then can the lawmakers also help us burn the pollution coming from my neighbor?
I know the gist of this bill is in reference to a community give back, but it's more than that. It has to do with the fact that our community is totally inundated. These are pictures. This is Nanakuli, Maili. That board extended are the facilities right next to our community when you're going toward Kapolei. So if you're coming toward Makaha, we have the ordnance reef, and I have all the literature that I bought. I also bought some material to give you folks in just bringing you folks up to date as to how our community started to do our own homework. And we have come to the point where they said, we're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And with that comment, I found in our research and having the kids research that the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, just this fact alone, we have the ordnance reef, which the military dumped over 3,000 different types of ammunition in the ocean, very close to our shoreline. Our canoe clubs paddle right over all this ordnance. They're trying to clean it up. The Army, the U.S. Corps of Engineers. Then we have cement and asphalt recycling business. They're close to Maili Elementary School. The dust is one of the issues there. Then we have the West Oahu Aggregate, another cement and asphalt recycling center, which a lot of dust attributed to that facility. We have the Lualualei Naval Magazine Depot, which is an ammunition storage and disposal. So what we're trying to research is, where did they bury some of this ammunition on their property? Then we have the PVT landfill, the only construction and demolition debris landfill on this island. Since 1985, the PVT landfill opened up, and they are the current landfill open to accept all the construction and demolition waste. And I've discovered that they were approved. Our community turned out in massive support, massive opposition to a permit that PVT was applying for, which was to recycle lumber that we felt some of this lumber was had lead, some of this, and the fact that they were mining and digging up all the asbestos that it's horrendous. It's a travesty. PVT, even though the community opposed, we had a large community meeting at Nanakuli Elementary, the state still approved their permit. Then we have the HICO, and that's where Kavika was referencing. Kahi Power Plant, of the 10 top polluters in this state, Kahi Power Plant is the largest sulfur dioxide polluter, and the emissions that come out of that power plant right next to our community is massive. Then you go right next to the power plant, you have Waimanalo Gulch, the only municipal solid waste landfill on this island. And they're taking everybody's trash. So look, I mean, a community that has this many, and just right down the road, you've got the refineries. You have the other energy related electrical, whether it's coal fuel remediation or if it's fossil fuel. The point that I'm making is, this is outrageous.
I'd like to, when I'm ready to go and pass, I like to go naturally. I don't like to be visiting a doctor and then he's telling me I have lung problems and this and that. I like to go naturally. So I gotta count on you folks. Mahalo.
that comes from the landfill, that comes from all these industrial areas, toxifies you, and what happens is those toxins and free radicals start eating at your DNA and at your cells, and then the DNA and cells start mutating, and that's how we get the cancers and all the diseases.
I attend Waianae Public Charter School. I thank God for Waianae because I'm learning a lot. Please help me thank God for us as you think about passing Bill 2302.
I'm sure that the landfill being in the close proximity to our community is toxifying us 24/7, so that's contributing to their health. And the health teacher made the comment just today, and she said, I have never seen a community so ridden with cancers and so young ages. And I said, yeah, it's because of these landfills and all this industrial and everything else toxifying us. Anyway, so I'm coming from the health perspective that we need to shut down these landfills. We need to recycle. We need to. You're gonna hear more from the rest of the people. We have so many industrial things happening on the Waianae coast, and it's. I guess it's because we didn't speak up, and now we're getting educated and we're speaking up.
City and county, whether they're fair or not fair, bottom line is the decisions they make, I think they leave us out. The advisory the paid advisory that have to make all those decisions, I think they leave us out. Maybe we need volunteers. So we want you as legislatures to consider this to remain as part of your decision to make, and we do need compensation within our community. I am with the homeschool because the education system now is a broken system, and I will introduce some of the 8 students that will be speaking on the community's behalf. This is just a project for them, and they too will be our future leaders as you guys are our current leaders. Okay, so we applaud you and consider this bill as, the decision makers.
Our Nanapuli community has the #1 top polluter in the state, right next door to my Ohana's homestead and Hale in Nanapuli, where I am a football player for Maili Hawaiian Warriors, and I am in training for archery at the Nanapuli Beach Park. Please consider our community and its residents in your decision with making a law that would require all sitting waste facilities such as landfills, oil refineries, and fossil fuel power plants, as well as other hazardous waste facilities to compensate the impact community and residents with the host community give back fee. Mahalo for listening to my concern and for scheduling this bill for a conference hearing. Mahalo.
It'll help mitigate that and find a win-win. People of the Leeward Coast deserve no less. This is an environmental justice issue. Mahalo.
In light of the deferment, I'll go ahead and I'll see you guys back next week.
Actually, but if you have an idea written out, you can give that to us and give it also to Senator Shimabukuro, because the concept is good, and if you have the language, that's okay. The deferral is to get the language.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Parking is such a difficulty here at the state capitol, so some folks just don't even want to deal with it. They won't come. Now, what you did is you orchestrated quite a great turnout here today to champion this effort here. How did you folks get down here? How did it happen?
Well, to answer your question, that was probably the only way I was wanting to come here, and that would be a charter bus. Yeah. So in just getting the word out about this event, some of the recipients of my email, they went beyond just seeing the need for testimony, but they sent the email to other friends, and it was a friend of a friend, Mr. Oshiro, that said, let Kimokili know we'll take care of the bus.
Wow.
That's great.
That's how you get things done in the community. Well done.
Hey, with a bus, we don't need the rail.